Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're one of my subscribers. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. So behind me is my 370Z, and over the past week I haven't been doing that much. I've been trying to test fit my bumper, which is right here. The problem is trying to fit the front bumper. What's happening is this bottom edge, about half an inch of it is too low and it's slightly too far forward, that I can't get my bottom skid guard from like the engine protection underneath it. So what I gotta do is unfortunately take this off for the third or fourth time now, because there's always something. And unfortunately these bolts, I need to move them in and up. So I need to make new screw holes on both sides to be able to make this sit further back and further up. Not a lot, but half an inch makes a big difference. When it goes in, it's going to go up even more. So it'll be, you know, half an inch will actually be probably about an inch. So yeah, it's going to be fun, and you know, there's enough play. I have this sitting on this to be able to hold it. Also, I also was able to get these pieces, which I have to test fit here in a minute. But I've got my T-brackets to tee into the catch cans, as well as these push that hopefully these are big enough to fit into the stock hosing of the PCV. That way I can splice into that, into this, and then make it a completed kit. So that's it for now. Give me a little bit and I'll give you progress update. Alright, so I'm letting it dry. I used some sealer. They were push for 8 AN, and technically, supposedly, this tubing is 10. But I don't know, because this pushed in fine, but it doesn't push and hold, so I had to use the clamp. But I used the sealer, so this ain't going nowhere once it dries. So I'm going to leave this, let it dry. But these are going to be the fittings. So these go on the PCV out in the back of the engine, basically towards the inside of the car. Instead of closest to me, the outside towards the bumper. These are towards the rear. I'm going to put these in. So what's going to happen is you're going to have these go into this. One out is going to go to the front towards the bumper. The other side's going to go to the catch can. So you're going to have these two feeding through here to the one tube to the catch can, and then out from the catch can to the intake. Now mind you, the catch can has filters. This has filters in them, and it has, like, basically it allows airflow, but it won't allow liquid through. So it says reading it. So goes in, comes out. Goes in, oil goes in, stays in here, air goes out, goes to the system. So that's in theory. Here's the dipstick. But for now, I'm going to leave that alone, let those dry, and now I got to do this part, take all this craziness off again. As you can see, I have it sitting up so that way it doesn't go anywhere. There's like a stool underneath there to hold it up, and the two jack stands. I just don't want it to go anywhere. Yeah, it's going to be entertaining. But I got to pull that hole off, pull the brackets off. Once the brackets are off, I got to drill the holes, because I don't want to drill the holes while the brackets are on there, because if I slip with the drill, hit a hose, hit something else, that'd be bad juju. So every time I see that beauty, it's so beautiful. But so I got my work cut out for me. I just want to give you an update. Alright, so I measured things out, used a piece of paper so I know the hole alignment for those. And I moved them up, and I kind of pounded that in to mark the center. So now all I got to do is drill the hole slightly bigger than the bolt hole, but that way it has room, just like the original, how it's kind of wide. I'm gonna do it a little bit wider than what it should be. A little bit wider than what it should be, but not too wide. That way it gives it a little bit of giveaway. So, yep. So I'm gonna do, and I'll get back to you. All right, I have to put those back on, but it's moved up a little bit. Not a lot, but enough that hopefully the bumper can go back on now. It was a pain. This corner is always the hardest to get these because this doesn't fit right. But I had to drill. It's definitely up higher than it was because this was sitting on it. Now it's got, you know, now I can slide my fingers underneath it and that. So moved up some, not a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. We'll see if this worked. All right, so kind of fixed it. See how the gap? Reason being was under here what I was trying to fix, which is difficult to see, but if you look, this is now up enough that it just comes, but the problem is this isn't sitting right because look, this is still sitting too low. If I lift it up more, this is pressing against it. So it's not right. Like, it's not sitting high enough. So I don't know what to do. It's kind of frustrating because I raised it, but it's still not quite enough. This needs to be up like another inch. Which I have the room to go up another inch in the underside, I mean the inside, just not that. So it's not one thing, it's something else. It's just barely, see how I niched it? But it's still not enough. It's not enough to go. Well, back to the drawing board. Alright, so unfortunately, if you look, it doesn't sit much lower than what it was. So what I have to do now is put them back to the original bolt spaces and then just move this whole bracket. I'm going to drill a hole higher up, like basically an inch up. So it's only going to be 2 bolts on the top holding it for now. But that's the only option I have right now, is to move that up as a temporary fix until Bobby can send me new brackets. It'll hold it just fine. I mean, that's solid metal, so it'll just be a little different until that comes. But I got to get the measurements as well. That way I can send him to get new brackets done. But I got to drill new holes, so I got to take this off again for like the 6th time. My hands are all beat up, by the way, from not wearing gloves and not carrying. So that's why I have the man hands, but I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, so check it out. Finally got that all taken care of. Fitment underneath is perfect. So it clears that now. Perfectly clears it. Alright, so the challenge was getting this heat exchanger raised up high enough in order for the clearance of my aftermarket bumper. So that's not Bobby's fault. He didn't know. They didn't design for the Zeely body kit. They designed for the stock bumper, and I think the Amuse bumper, I think something else, but I'm not sure. But however, I had to cut some holes and basically raise the bracket, and that's not this. That's the stock holes. So I had to kind of finagle it. It's not going anywhere. I also turned this. I had to loosen it and turn this so it goes through at a more direct angle. So obviously I will not be able to put cold air intakes. Not there. I will have to either go here or just leave it in the engine bay. Which, if I go there, I have to get rid of my, windshield washer fluid. So that's that. So today also came my, I think they're 5/8 caps to plug those up. Now I just need to do the touch up of finishing the catch can. Mind you, I spent the day shopping for Christmas and stuff like that, so yeah. Still got work ahead of me. I think it's like 9 o'clock at night now, but I still got stuff to do. Just wanted to give you an update. Alright, so there you have the PCV out. The other one is right there. They go to a T-bracket. That T-bracket goes to the in oil catch can with a filter in it, and then the out goes to the intake for airflow. So yep, that's it. So again, there's a heat exchanger all mounted nice and pretty. Now I'm not going to put the front bumper on yet because next sorry, next I have to do the fun part of getting back in here all the way down there to get the map sensor and replace it. So yep, a lot to do. So I have a lot to do. Not a whole lot, but little things. I have another surprise coming later this week that I have to install. That's why I'm leaving the front bumper off. I actually have to take the fenders off as well. So we'll see if you can guess what it is that I was sent from a company. So cars going together well. Hi guys, so basically I'm almost done. I still have a lot of small things to do, obviously, but the main big things that I was trying to get done are done. I still need to install the T-map sensor and show you how to do that, explain why it is, as well as I need to put the LED lights in the fenders as well as in the rear bumper corners. I don't have the LED lighting there, so that way the LED lighting is complete. I didn't put the front bumper on because of the fact that I have to take the fenders off to get the LED lighting. I also am installing something else that was sent to me that's coming, I believe, Tuesday. So whenever I'm able to get to installing that, I still have college homework that I have to do tomorrow and some video editing. So again, yeah, more to come. I have a few videos that I gotta edit and post. Thank you for watching my channel. Again, in the link, the video description, there's a link to my playlist for just my 370Z. If you click on it, and then there's like a little bell, and click on that and it'll alert you anytime I post something about my 370Z, or go to my main channel and click on that bell and it'll let you know every video that I post. So it's up to you. Again, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and check out whatever video YouTube recommends, or hit my playlist, and thank you for watching. Bye.